Yeah, hi there. These comments are for AA, and this is Michael. I am the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at Stealth, the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT, and you are now completing my pronunciation pretest. Why? Because you want to speak more clearly. And how you do that? First, by getting a diagnostic of someone who can tell you which vowel and consonant sound you're having the most trouble with. So that's exactly what we want to do right now. So let's listen to what you have to say.
Father, thought, but, father, thought.
Out to there, it's though. It almost sounds like you're saying thought. So though, over, though, grow.
Pat, but, map, tack, talk, on, make, mock, brought.
And that last word is mac, mock, mac, mock.
Right, brown, lie, loud, pound.
I think you want to work on that oi, loyal.
Get, let, met, blade, then.
You're not carrying that longer sound long enough, so gate, get, late, let, mate, met. So you want to make that A longer than what you're doing, and that can make a big difference because that's how we understand the difference between those words.
Met, bit, let, sit,
Yeah, I think you need to practice this one a little bit more too. Heat, hit. Again, the longer vowel sound.
Lock, talk, tool, taught, cooked, cool, mash, cheap.
Now that's much clearer. You're doing something different with your recording. All of a sudden I can hear you a lot easier. So I think you adjusted your microphone.
Sheep, feature, shift, share.
I think this is hard for you, this sound. Let's just give you one example. Feature, fisher. Now, one thing you can do too is, as you go through my lessons, if you have any spelling problems, practice spelling. Because you'll see a lot of unusual words with unusual spellings, with unusual sounds. And if you practice the spellings of these words in my lessons, that's going to really, really help your spelling a lot.
Buff, have, fine, vine, fan, van, river, habit, rash, behavior, hate, Batman, important, brightening, hat-rack, threaten, major.
This is hard for you here. Let's take a look at this. I'm going to put this one down too. It's the T in the middle of the word, AA. When we say, for example, brightening, native speakers don't say brightening. We don't say important. We'll probably say important, brightening, hat rack, threaten. So that sound is hard for you.
Metro, fragile, frozen, legend, engine, hazard, large, issue.
Now this is big trouble too. I'm going to put this one down. Lesson number 16. Let's practice a little bit here. Major, measure. Legend, lesion. So again, you definitely need to practice that lesson more.
Kick, sink, sag, cam, game, cab, gap, lag, lake, lean, run, barrel,
Yeah, I think you can practice this one a little bit more. That's lesson number 18, it looks like.
Bracket, letter, right, light, commanded, peace, flap, flip.
Now, this is going to be hard for you, too. The P you have to pronounce with more air, pace. You might do something like this. Pace. Now, when the P is at the end of the word, or the B, notice the difference in the length of the vowel sounds. This is a key problem in your pronunciation right now. Flap, flab. Cap, cab. Which one's longer? The vowel which precedes the B, am I right? How about this? Lap, lab. So you want to practice that lesson too.
Cap, cab, lap, lab. Pay, buy. Lies, lies. Zip, zip. Su, zu, mess, mess. Lesser, lesser. Multiple. Robert, example, brother. Invincible, number, people. Philosopher, philosopher.
All right, let's keep going.
Mechanism, written, maximum, question, question, summer, reason, chosen, often.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Tip, dip, card, card, tight, tight, twin.
Now, that's going to make it difficult here. Again, the same principle I said before. Let's say these two words. Tight, tide. Fat, fad. So again, a voice consonant at the end of a word, the vowel sound which precedes it will be longer. Now, a voiceless consonant at the end of the word, the vowel sound which precedes it will be shorter. And as you go through my pronunciation lessons, you will learn more about voiced and voiceless consonants. And it will be very important because it can help you understand what's going to happen to the vowel sound that comes before those kinds of consonants.
Brown, fat, fat, team, brown, fat, thin.
See that? So I think with this one, you're saying fat, fat. So you're trying to say them with the same length. I'm saying fat, fad. I'm not saying them with the same length. And by differentiating the vowel sounds before those sounds, it makes it easier for the native speaker to understand what you're saying. Okay, I think you're having some trouble with lesson 24 also. You want to say, with this one, thigh, thy. Okay, so I have a pretty good idea what's going on right now. So with your pronunciation, you might want to write these down. There are some lessons that I think you want to focus on in order to begin reducing your accent. Now, it's going to be hard. It's going to take a lot of work, and only you can solve these problems, nobody else. But anyway, you are having specific problems with lesson number 7, number 9, number 10, number 13, 15, 16, 18, 19, and also lesson number 23. Now, I encourage you this quarter to begin going through these particular pronunciation lessons. Now, I recommend you go through all the lessons, lesson 7 all the way through lesson 24, but especially you want to focus on the lessons that I just mentioned. As you go through the videos with me, read out loud with me. This is a process called tracking. It's a great way to work on your tone, your rhythm, your pacing, and all the other areas, including stress, that are important to helping you speak more like a native speaker. So a little bit of practice every day in the pronunciation part of my course, focusing on these lessons, can help you in the long run. Remember, each lesson has 2 different exercises at the end of the video. One is a sentence reading, another is a paragraph reading. You want to make sure you do those exercises and record your voice going through those exercises. so that you can become more aware of your own pronunciation. All right, let's get to the questions now so I can give you an intelligibility score.
Answer the following questions. Number 1, what is your education background and your work history? First of all, I have graduated from IN University in Riyadh.
Now, when you're speaking, your tone is kind of a monotone. You want to work on varying that tone more than you're doing. This is what we do in English. So if you have any more questions about intonation, go to the pronunciation part of my course in the second half of the course, and you can take a look at my lessons on intonation.
And I have a bachelor's degree in BA. Actually, I graduated in 2011, and after I graduated, I looked for many jobs, and actually, I'm looking.
I think you said work for many jobs. Let me go back and check that.
I looked for the best company because graduated from IN University in Riyadh, and I have a bachelor's degree in BA. Actually, I graduated in 2011, and after I graduated, I looked for many jobs.
Worked for many jobs. I would say worked in many jobs, not work for. Now, if you work for, you might say, I worked for a company named Microsoft. I might use the word for there.
And actually, I looked for the best company because it will give me a good experience. So I found after maybe I think 4 months I found the company. It's called Sam.
I would say I found a company. You don't have to say I found a company it called. Just say I found a company called. So you can say I found a company which is called, but instead of saying which is, you're just saying called. So that's using what's called a past participle. So there, you're having a few grammar problems trying to express your idea.
I have worked for 7 months. Then I planned to go to America to complete my education to get MBA.
You want to say not to got, but to get an MBA degree. So make sure when you're using infinitives, you don't need to really conjugate the verb. You can keep it in the base form. So I plan to get a degree in a master's degree in business administration.
That's it. Question number 2. Why is it important for you to improve your speaking and pronunciation abilities of American English? It's a good question. Actually, I'm looking to improve my speaking and pronunciation abilities of American English because it's very common and universal, and I can watch all the movies, all the characters in the movies speak American accent, and also the news TV. There's many channels. There are many news, TV, all the stuff on it.
So this is where you're running into some vocabulary problems a little bit. Also, you have a lot of hesitations in your speaking. So you're starting, stopping, and that. So you want to try to speak quickly and more fluently without as many pauses, because that makes it a little bit distracting and difficult for native speakers.
Speak American accent. So my opinion, I think American accent easier than British accent. So, and feel easy, feel comfortable, feel good. That's it. Question number 3, what do you hope to achieve in this course? I hope to speak, write, read, and listen English very well.
I would say, with that, you say, I want to speak right. I would say I want to learn to speak clearly or accurately, using appropriate grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation, something along those lines. So again, I feel like you have some vocabulary limitations and some grammar limitations that prevent you from fully expressing your idea.
I came to America. I have learned to learn English.
I would say when I came to America, not I have planned, but I had planned to. So I would actually use the past perfect tense in that situation, not the present perfect tense.
As much as I can, and I hope to speak English fluently and learn how to write, to read, and how to listen very well. This is my goals when I came to America. I hope to achieve my goals in this course.
And you can achieve these goals. You can do this.
Hi, Michael. This is Abdullah Mutar.
Now, the second thing that I want to do right now is to give you an intelligibility score. So your score on this particular pretest, I'm going to put you in intermediate level. You have a long ways to go, I think, before you can become what I call a fluent speaker of English. You're probably looking at a few months of practice. You probably want to watch a lot of TV. I'd recommend, of course, in English, right? But watch news programs, documentary programs, history programs, science programs, things like that. And find opportunities, find as many opportunities as you can to speak English. That's important, as much as you can, whenever, wherever you are. Try to speak English. Okay, your intelligibility score here is 3.5 out of 7. I will include a link in the email to my intelligibility scale so you can understand a little bit more about it. So I recommend, if you're serious about your speaking and you want to be more proficient, your goal is to try to score higher than 5.1 out of 7 on my pronunciation post-test for this course. If you can do that, you will have achieved, I think, a very, very big improvement in your speaking and pronunciation of American English. So I think that's it. So in this particular video, you went over the pretest, and then I told you which lessons you want to focus on, which target the weaknesses you're having right now. I also gave you an intelligibility score, and I even recommended specific lessons to help you get better. All right?